I love these.
I know they're not your size either.
No, Annette!
I think she's gonna quit on me today. Hey guys, welcome back to Vintage Splendor. I'm Annette, and today I'm going to show you how to thrift online. eBay has been my go-to since 2000. Chloe was born in 2000, so I've been thrifting as long as she's been alive, and it is my go-to for finding so many incredible gems. A lot of my designer, vintage, or just even items, contemporary brands that I like, I always look on eBay first, and I tell you, like 9 times out of 10, I find it there. So today I'm going to show you how I shop on eBay. I'm going to first show you what my dashboard looks like, because there is an art form to finding really great pieces on eBay, and I want you to see what that looks like. And then the second part is going to be really fun, because Chloe has sent me an email of items she wants me to find. I don't know what they are. I'm gonna give myself like 5 or 10 minutes to find each item or look that she sent me. So this is kind of like 30 minutes or 20 minutes to thrift, but online. So I think we're gonna try to do this like a split screen. So you're gonna see what my screen looks like while I'm searching, plus I'm gonna chat with you on this camera. So this is gonna be a really fun episode. I want to thank Craftsy for sponsoring today's video. You all know I've been collecting antique and vintage hankies for years now, and I always had the vision of turning them into something beautiful. Well, happy to report I finally took the leap. I'm using some of my favorite hankies to create a one-of-a-kind pair of vintage Levi's embroidered and hand-stitched with love by me. This is a big deal, and I'm so excited to share it with you. And honestly, the confidence to even start this project came from discovering Craftsy. It's this amazing online community for creative makers like us, people who love to sew, thrift, DIY, and turn inspiration into actual projects. As thrifters, we understand the art of turning a find into a treasure with a bit of sewing, embroidery, or other embellishments, and Craftsy can give you the skills to do just that. I also really wanted to learn, since Harley has taken an interest in sewing, and I wanted to help guide her creative journey and have a fun hobby for us to do together. Craftsy has over 2,000 classes across more than 20 categories like sewing, quilting, baking, painting, and whether you're a total beginner or you've been at it for years, there's always something new to learn. I am an avid learner and try a new hobby or skill every year. What I love about Craftsy is the classes are step-by-step, super easy to follow, and taught by expert instructors who really want you to succeed. I felt really supported throughout the process, even though I'm brand new to sewing and embroidery. You can get helpful resources, and you can go at your own pace, which, if you're anything like me, is so important. If you've been dreaming about starting a creative project or just want to level up your skills, I recommend you join Craftsy. The community is so encouraging and full of imaginative doers and creatives. Great news is the first 1,000 of you to click the link in the video description will get a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for only $1.49. Valid only for new members, and it's such a great way to test out that hobby or skill you've been really wanting to try. I'll drop the link below so you can check it out and join me on your creative adventure, and let me know in the comments what class you are going to try first. First thing, I'm going to show you what my eBay dashboard looks like, because if you don't have an account, you need to start one. And you're gonna start searching, and you're going to add items to your watch list. It's going to remember everything that you do, and the algorithm is really great. So the more you utilize it, the better it knows you and what you like and what you're searching for, and it will tell you exactly what you need to add to your watch list. It'll send you notifications for items that are similar to what you're searching for. I also have the app on my phone, and I spend about 5 to 10 minutes every night just decompressing and just searching for items. So First thing we have is watched items, and on any given day, I think I probably have about 500 items on my watch list, and eBay will tell me like your watch list is too full, you need to start removing things, and that's when I start removing them. So as you can see, I have a lot of random things on my watch list, but they're items that I'm inspired by or that I've just loved. We've got some contemporary Marc Jacobs, we've got some Reformation. I have summer vacation on my mind, but then I have a lot of great vintage pieces. I'm gonna keep scrolling because then you're gonna see when I get into a vibe and a mood, it's gonna completely change what my watch list is. And right now I have it sorted by like the order of when I added pieces. So as you can see, 2 nights ago, I got into a gaudy moment. So I have a lot of Escada, Moschino, Cavalli, so many good pieces. And then of course it goes into like 80s and 70s and Chanel, and then I go back to Versace and Moschino. So the watch list is going to just literally everything that you like, it's gonna put it there. Then you can either bid on it, you can make a best offer, or you can buy it now. I would say more often than not, like you're not gonna need to bid on stuff. There's always a buy it now option or a best offer. And you know me, I love a good deal. I always make a best offer. Try to lowball because you don't know this person and the seller, and they may, you know, just accept that lowball offer. True story, those incredible Yves Saint Laurent boots that I have from the Russian collection, I think I made an offer for $100. They were listed at $180 or best offer, and the seller accepted, and I got these incredible $2,000 boots for $100. So remember that. I'll be like the little vintage angel sitting on your shoulder when you are shopping. So another important tool that you want to utilize, you want to have some saved searches. So anytime anything inspires you, or if you're looking for something in particular, you want to create a saved search. You'll see I have various saved searches for a couple of the same things. So I have Chanel damaged. That is a trick for finding Chanel bags for cheaper because I have a really great repair guy. So he says almost anything can be repaired. He used to work in-house at Chanel, so I'm open to buying a disaster that he can fix. And then we have kind of low-key brands like Jen Faulkner is a great leather artist, and her pieces do not come up very often, so that's why I have her as a saved search, because as soon as something is listed by her brand name, I want to get notified and I want first dibs. So got you know, Missoni, I've got kids stuff, Papa D'Angelo, that's from Chloe. The girls have a lot of great pieces. Got some vintage Amen Wardy, which is a French department store. I love their pieces. Cachet. What this is going to do is you can choose to get an email notification or an in-app notification when items are listed under that saved search. I, of course, am so neurotic that I need to be notified the moment there are items listed under these saved searches on the app, and I go on, it'll actually show you your saved searches feed, and then you can just shop that if you want. And then one really important tip, if you're not sure about an item and you're like, I don't know if I want this item, add it to your watch list, because a lot of times eBay will tell the seller, hey, you like this item? Go ahead and send an offer to anybody who's watching this item. And as you can see here, I added a few things and I'm already getting seller offers. I didn't even have to do a best offer. The seller sent me one. This is, for example, the Marc Jacobs, really great early 2000s silk dress. It's listed at $63, getting an offer at $47. Sometimes the offers are really, really great. Sometimes they're only 10% off, but it is a starting point to negotiate and to shop for what you want. And that is how I shop on eBay. But to maximize eBay, you want to use very specific keywords. I do shop with like very vague keywords like vintage Escada, and then you're really going through hundreds and hundreds of listings, and you can find items utilizing that tactic. But I think when you search for specific key terms, it really gets the algorithm working in your favor, and you're looking at very limited number of pieces, and then from there you can fine-tune your search terms to find exactly what you want. Next part of this video, I'm going to shop Chloe's requests in real time so you can see how I utilize those specific keywords and how we're gonna find pieces. I guarantee I'm gonna find so many good pieces. She's always telling me, how did you find that? How did you find that? That's why you're here. I'm the queen of finding really good stuff. Okay, let's get started. Are we ready to shop Chloe's wish list? She emailed me. I have no idea what is on this list. Okay, yay, shopping time. Okay, so she wants an outfit for an outdoor summer wedding. She's going to multiple weddings this summer that I've been hearing about. So I'm excited to see what she's going for. Okay, so let's see. Vibe 1 is, ooh, okay. I love this Reformation slip dress. Reformation, you can always find secondhand on Poshmark and eBay. I'm just gonna tell you, like, you don't need to shop retail. Ooh, this one's so cute. It's like a yellow with the like mirrors on it or something, or is it sequins? Super cute. Okay, love this blue dress. First one did not open, so Chloe's gonna airdrop the vibe to me. Ooh, okay, so that is really pretty. Chloe, which vibe is your favorite is the question. So each of these is very different. And I would say typically for when I am searching online, I try to do the Google reverse image search, but the eBay image search sucks. This is where you need your glasses, you need the keywords. We're gonna find this. So do you want something vintage or it doesn't really matter?
It doesn't necessarily matter. I think where I was going with the Reformation vibe is I like a straight neck, but I don't want necessarily Reformation because what if someone else shows up in the exact same dress?
That's the other reason to avoid Reformation for weddings, is because if you're in like the 20, 30s, or even 40 age gap, everyone's wearing Reformation. And do you want like silk or satin?
Both. Like, yeah, I think silk would be fun. I think what I was going for with Vibe 2 is just something a little bit more interesting, like the back with the bead, or like the mirrored sequins. That the yellow one is Tory Burch, and then the first one is that I tried to show you is very like Carrie Bradshaw, kind of patchworked, flowy together. I like a straight neckline. I don't want a high neck halter top because I've worn that at the past couple weddings that I've been to. I need to switch it up, but
okay, I'm gonna search straight neck, silk, maxi gown, and I'm gonna add in interesting in there, because a lot of times people will put interesting or cool or some other way to explain or describe the dress, and I want to capture it. And remember, I said we're looking for something, we're trying to go for very specific keywords as a starting point and go from there. Sometimes we'll find things like right now I'm looking, there's something that is not square neckline, and sometimes the search doesn't necessarily work, but that is where I start. So we're gonna look and see what we can find. I think Chloe is giving me about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes to find the right piece. What is your favorite color?
I like brights. I'm terrible in pastels and sort of dustier muted colors. So I love blue, green, pink. Yellow is a little dicey with my undertones, but can
Okay.
pull off an orange.
I'm gonna do straight. We're gonna actually do silk. And I'm gonna search now for silk maxi gown pink, and then I am gonna do interesting. I'm gonna keep that on. It's interesting because I am seeing a lot of things that do not have a straight neckline, and for my first thing that I'm searching, I'm like a little like miffed. eBay is not working with me on this search term. And another thing I'm noticing is a lot of like slip dresses are what's showing up, because I did write in the silk. This kind of has a, I think if this image is not deceiving, a neckline. I don't think it's square, but it is kind of giving me that Carrie Bradshaw vibe of the silky one. It does. Okay, can I airdrop this to you and you can tell me what you think about it? Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Hi, YouTube.
This is Chloe, by the way.
All right, accept. Oh, okay. Wait, I like this.
You do? Okay,
Yeah.
because I feel like it has that interesting detail because the straps are not even. It has the pink color that you like. I think it is a square neckline. I think I'm just like zooming in. I think because of the mannequin, it's kind of like drooping a little bit in the middle. Mm-hmm. It's flowy. It's the color that you like.
It is.
ABS Evening. I remember that brand. You're too young to probably know that brand.
I don't know what ABS is.
I love that it has the sequins throughout. And look at the price. It's $84.99.
Yeah, that's insane.
Or it says, or best offer. I'm going to just add this and see if the person or the seller is going to send me a deal. This is cute. I really like that.
This is promising.
Okay.
This is really promising.
Do I get an A?
Yeah, you do.
I get an A.
Are you done, or you can keep going?
I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to see what else we can find because, you know, I'm not one and done. So Chloe just told me that for one of the weddings, it is black tie, so it needs to be floor length. So I'm going to alter the search a little bit. So I'm going to do satin maxi gown blue. You said blue is a color that looks good on you?
Mm-hmm. Like a sky blue.
Okay. And then I'm keeping that interesting in it. Or we can, would you like a low back?
Yeah.
Okay, so low back is, we're gonna do low back. And this is where we're gonna look to see, and I am a visual searcher in addition to being very specific with the keywords. I go specific and then I quickly scroll through to see what I can find. Visually, ooh, I don't know if this is a little too much for you, but I kind of like
Okay.
Chloe's gonna be like, what are you sending me? I don't know if the pattern on it is gonna be too much for you, but this is why we're doing this together. Okay, Chloe's back.
I really need to sign into iCloud so that. Oh. It's always a crapshoot when you're like, I don't know if this is going to be too much for you, because what is that? Oh, it's super low back.
It's really low back. It is really sexy. I feel like you could wear this for one of the events. I mean, Chloe is single, so, you know, I'm keeping that in mind. So I feel like this is a little extra. It's a little out there. It does have that interesting detail that you're looking for. You don't want something just plain. So that's something that we could look for. Yeah. It's $249, which is, you know, not bad, but I'm going to keep looking for pieces. I feel like that could work for one of the weddings. I don't think it'll work for the formal one. I think it's too much for the formal.
I think so too. It's arguably butt crack low back. I think I'd turn a lot of heads.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get all of, you know, the community talking. Okay, let me keep looking.
Okay.
Alrighty, so what other color do you want me to find for you?
Anything, honestly, bright color.
Okay, so I'm going to search. I know Chloe's vibe. And some of these dresses have that like 90s vibe to it. So I'm going to do vintage 90s maxi dress. And then I'm going to add an evening to it to the end. I am not searching by size right now because I just want to really understand like what I'm going to get, like the results I'm going to get, and then I can narrow down by size as needed. Because I am going extra specific with these search terms, I'm not getting hundreds and thousands of results, but I would say if I was going to search like vintage cachet yellow dress or just a cachet evening dress, and I wanted, let's say, a size 4, I would add in that size. So right now we're looking for that 90s vibe. She wants something very Carrie Bradshaw, really pretty colors. Oh, I think this one's gonna be, I think the back detail on this one is sexy. I think it leans a little bit to 90s, but I'm going to share it with you. And again, we're going to let the algorithm know what we're liking and what we're not, and then we could go from there. There's a lot of stuff that's black, and I don't want to give you anything that's black. I want to see if I can find anything in like really pretty summery colors, and I think I'm gonna add in pink because that is a color that Chloe likes. She's wearing pink right now. My prom dress was pink. It was a square neckline. You know, I should have kept it and I could have given it to you right now. Yeah, I think this was probably my prom dress. I'm not even joking. Yeah. Jessica couldn't talk for Getty Sachs. It was like literally this one. Let me send it to you. I'm gonna send you this blue one. I'm just curious about, because I want to know what level of flare you like, and this is, I'm trying to like just get to know this about you.
Just getting to know each other.
Because I think this color would look great. It is a squared neckline, but it does have this like panels and then the back, and it's really, really pretty. But I don't know if this feels like too mature for you, if it's like adds that level of like polish and elegance. I think this could definitely work for a black tie wedding, especially if you don't want to be super simple and wanted to have just a little bit of that sexy edge. What do you think about like having that the panels or the sequins? Do you like that or do you not like that?
So I normally am not a big fan of panels. But I don't mind the back panel. I don't know how I feel about the panels cutting into the sides.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that it looks 90s, but I feel like it almost reads like a little too 90s with the beaded on the panels.
Yeah,
and
that's
then, like cutting into the waist.
Yeah, that's what if it was just the back, I think it would be so sexy. Yeah. But I think like on the side, it just,
if it just stopped right here, then I would have been like, oh yeah.
The 80s and the 90s, it was like, where's the line? We're gonna cross it. Okay, so how many more minutes do I have?
You're currently at 11 minutes.
Okay, 11 minutes. I'm gonna give myself 2 more minutes. So far, is the pink dress a contender?
The pink dress is definitely a contender.
And it was like the first one that I found too.
It was.
Sometimes you just gotta go with your gut and whatever is first. And I know you don't want to do anything black. So there's a lot of black dresses. There's a lot of high neck stuff. And I'm trying to find something that would be really pretty. So I'm gonna do one more. No, not cachet. I'm gonna do Diane Freeze maxi dress because she did in the 90s and early 2000s like spaghetti strap, really, really beautiful, elegant dresses. And a lot of her pieces do have long sleeves. They're a little bit more casual, but some of her pieces are really elegant. I actually think I have one on my watch list. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe. Okay, this one is actually cachet. Of course. Okay, tell me what you, not that one. Oh, it did sell. But I did have it on my watch list and I kept it. Oh, hold on, it's thinking. And what eBay does really well is it does give you similar items. Sometimes it prioritizes items that are sponsored, but it will keep giving you really great listings that relate to that original product or your search term. I'm gonna just share the dress that I had in mind because I actually had added this. I feel like this fits the vibe of the dress, like two of the dresses, and you can tell me. And this one I had literally searched for cachet evening dress, and I was looking for a sequin cachet evening dress, and then I found this one and then I saved it, and then but it's sold so you can't shop it. But tell me if it's your vibe.
I like this one. I think I almost prefer the first cachet one to this. I do really like this, and I like it's like very flirty and fun, but don't know if it's floor length enough.
It's not, yeah.
I guess that could be for the other one.
It could be for the other one. I do love the first one that I found. I feel like the first one is so elegant, but it's still fun. You don't want to feel like you look like your mother.
Right.
Nobody wants to look like their mother.
No offense to my mom or anything.
But it's just like nobody wants to feel like they're dressed.
Right.
But especially when you're wearing something formal, you want to feel sexy, you want to feel cute, but you don't want to feel so like stuffy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do love that first one. I mean, $84. You can't beat that.
You really can't.
Okay, do we think this is a success?
I think so.
Yes. Okay. Can you tell that I'm a Capricorn? I like need to be successful at anything that I do. Okay, so she wants fun heels. I think we all do. I want to feel my feet to look like Carrie Bradshaw. 2 to 3 inch heel preferred. Cute. Love. Okay, what I love is that everything she's sending me is what I wore in the 90s and early 2000s. And I'm gonna be like, Chloe, have you heard of a brand called BB? Do you know I wore the Hervé Leger bandage dress? The OG.
The OG.
The OG.
Wow.
Mind blown. I know. Kids these days. Just kidding. Okay, so I would say I love the Prada ones.
The Prada ones
They're
are
so fun.
Yeah.
And then the mules are really, really cute, and I have found a lot of these on eBay. So we're gonna do 90s point toe mules. I'm gonna look for brands because I know the brands that are really fun. So Moschino, Fendi, Yves Saint Laurent, Manolo, Prada, all of the brands that you like, look for their vintage shoes. You could even add in 90s, you could do vintage, and they're gonna be really, really fun. They're gonna be colorful, and they're not gonna be that expensive. So I'm gonna send you a pair that I like, and I think these are so cute. These are very Carrie Bradshaw. Let me just double check the heel height. I think these are, oh my God, and these look like they've never been worn. Are you a size 35?
Is that a 6? I'm like a 6.5, 7.
Oh no, these are not gonna be your size. But can I just
Yeah.
send these to you because they're so cute? Eek.
Oh, Those are so cute.
These are like Carrie Bradshaw.
These
like
are so Carrie Bradshaw.
And you want Carrie on your feet. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have sent them to you.
There's no way I can fit in a 35, right?
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Wow.
we're gonna keep looking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm also open to like, doesn't have to be pointed toe, like just like a sandal also.
Okay, you're open. So like more of like a kitten heel.
Yeah, well, anything, I think 3 inches, like even 3.5 maybe, but I don't think I can do 4.
Okay.
I'm not built like you.
I'm gonna do vintage 90s Escada sandals. Hot tip, this has been something that I've been searching lately. I feel like their heels are really fun. They're under the radar. People are shopping for other brands. They haven't been shopping for Escada because I actually just got myself some wood Escada clogs for like $23 or something like that. As you can see, when you are specific, you're getting not as many results, so you can quickly go through. And that's why I try to be as specific as possible, because when I do vintage 90s Escada sandals, I'm getting 13 results versus you do Escada sandals, 177, still not as many. If I were to just do like Fendi sandals, it would probably be, okay, 2,100 results. So now we're gonna go through and we're gonna narrow this down. We're gonna do like vintage, Fendi. I'm actually gonna do kitten heels because those, usually people will describe anything with like under a 4-inch heel as a kitten heel. And I'm gonna see what we could find, and getting the sense like you really like square toe sandals, some sort of fun mule. These are really cute. I'm gonna send those to you to look at, and then let's see what else we can find. I love those mules. What size are you? You said 6.5, right?
6.5, 7, yeah. If it runs narrow, then I'm usually 7.
Okay, I think these ones are fun, and I think they're a good color for you because you do like pink. And I feel like these are actually like mules that you could dress up or down, like if you're just wearing jeans and a t-shirt and you just need...
I love these.
I know they're not your size either.
No, Annette!
I think she's gonna quit on me today. I'm just sending you, and this is the thing, is to keep in mind when you're searching for vintage or designer, like that's the worst part is, I can't stand to look at poor like Chloe's disappointed face, is you're looking for like one of every item. Obviously, if you're looking for Reformation dress that is new, you're gonna see a bunch of listings in various styles, but this is the thing, you're going to search for that. You're going to save the search that delivers the results that you're liking. You're going to add that to your saved searches, and then you're going to be notified every time there is a new listing. But eBay is also going to be your girl and send you any recommendations it has for that specific search term. I feel like now I need to find you something in your specific size, and I'm gonna do vintage Fendi kitten heels 37. So vintage shoes do run a little bit smaller. So I want to see if there's going to be any other listings under this, and I like when I can actually just like quickly scroll through anything that I'm searching for visually, because then I'll know immediately if it's a yes or if it's a no. I think I'm going to do vintage Nolo kitten heels. This, I'm gonna again search for a 37 and see what I can find. Okay, these ones are gonna be I think, in your size, unless eBay is, these are your size. I think these are really cute, but they're not your budget. Sorry, but you're gonna, if you like these, you're gonna add it to your watch list, because trust me, someone's gonna list these shoes in your size and within your price range. I guarantee it. And this is the thing, this is not for the weak. If you want the Prada heels in your exact size when you want it, like right now, go to Nordstrom, go to Saks, drop the $1,200. But if you're willing to wait a little bit and maybe pay $200, then you go on eBay.
So hot and cold, hot and cold. These are so cute.
Add them to your watch list.
I did.
Okay, good.
When you search, do you filter like on the side by size, or do you add the size in the search bar?
The only time I use the filters on the left-hand side of the screen, or even on the app, is when I want to check off the authentication guarantee. And I use that for very specific designer handbags. eBay has an incredible authentication program where the seller will pay the money for it to go to eBay. They look at it, verify, authenticate it, they stand behind the product, and then they ship it to you. So I actually use the search bar for all of my searching. I don't use the filters, because a lot of times people don't, when they're listing, they're not even adding all of the detailing. They're just literally typing it in the headline, like in the title, like my grandma's old dress that she wore to her wedding. And then the description might say something, and they're not even using any of those filters. And also, just to keep in mind, the reason I love eBay is because they stand behind the products that their sellers sell to you. So if you get something, it's not the vibe, it's not real, or you're not happy, they do offer a really great return program. This is why I love eBay. Always shopped eBay. Like, I don't know why they don't sponsor me. Okay, so the last one is Statement Mini Bag, and you said you're open to literally anything. Are you looking for something that's an evening bag or casual, or could be anything?
Sort of anything, maybe leaning evening.
Okay.
But definitely mini shoulder.
Shoulder bag?
Yes, although I suppose I'm open to a top handle, but I'm not big on clutches.
What about, how do you feel about exotic leather? Like snakeskin?
Yeah, I'm down with exotic leathers.
Okay, so one of my go-to brands is Judith Lieber. So before she was making those like atrocious like crystal encrusted bags, no, that's a reference to Sex and the City. Mm-hmm. All of her handbags were with like snake, lizard, ostrich, and then they have like gemstones on them too. They're really fun. They are a statement. They're really cool. I'm gonna send you one, and you can tell me if you like the vibe. The vibe is definitely vintage. It doesn't look like a contemporary bag, but I think her bags, people are getting, I think more and more people are shopping because they're realizing they're really, really cool, and you can really add that fun element to any outfit with one of her bags. So I'm going to show you this one. And her bags, a lot of them, well, all of them came with a like a metal gold comb and a matching mirror. So some of her OG bags still have all of those really cool details, and some of them you can just buy separate. I just bought, I think, that set of the comb and the mirror like separately on eBay for, I don't know, like 20 bucks, and I have it in all of my bags. I think this is within your budget. It's $125. It's snakeskin, it's gold, and it's red.
This is in my budget, thank God. Yeah, I like this. I see what you mean. It definitely looks vintage with the...
Do you want something more contemporary or do you like vintage?
Like maybe the tad more contemporary, although I will say with bags, I think I'm willing to sport something that like definitely looks more vintage than I would be with a dress or something.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm searching now vintage mini statement shoulder bag. I'm gonna cast a wider net and see what we can find because of your budget. I'm not searching for like Fendi or anything like that. There are a couple of brands that I do like that have leather bags. One of them, I know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for a vintage Christiana bag. Her bags are all hand beaded. Staud basically has copied the signature style of her bags, and I love her bags. I have one of them. I had one in the early 2000s and I got rid of it, but then I was able to find it again. And what I love about her bags, they're really great. They're colorful. You can wear them with jeans and a t-shirt, but then you can also wear it like if you want that like really fun pop of color for date night or even for a more like formal like wedding. So again, because this is vintage, like you have to keep looking. I do have a vintage Christiana bag saved as one of my save searches because I always want to know like, okay, who's listing what. There's a lot of different styles of her bag, but the specific one that I want looks very contemporary because it's been copied so many times, but we're gonna get you the OG. So I don't love this colorway. I think you can find something better, but I'm gonna share this with you and you tell me if you like the style of this bag, if you like the fact that it's like fully beaded. Maybe you'll like the color, but I just didn't know the brand and I know that there are like much cooler colorways. Do you like that style?
I do like this style. I mean, I love the Christiana bag that you have. And then I also have another beaded bag at home, which I love.
Ooh, I just found another one that I think is really fun and kind of is giving me like the Fendi baguette vibes.
Okay, Fendi baguette is my ultimate bag. And
I think this is within your price range.
Oh.
I love the suede strap and that little detail, and I think the colors are really fun. There's a moment.
This is really fun. I really like this.
Yeah, it's $85 or best offer.
What would you offer?
I would go $50. I would offer $50.
Okay.
The worst that can happen is they just say no. And then you go, okay, maybe I'll try $60. And at that point they might offer. Sometimes I just send a note and I'm like, listen, I don't want to keep sending you offers to annoy you. This is the best I can do. Do you think you can give me a discount on the shipping? Or can you do $60 with the shipping included? And then they might say yes or no. I feel like, have we hit our 20-minute shopping?
We're at 34 minutes now.
Oh, okay. So if I was at a thrift store, the timer would be buzzing. Okay, so Chloe, what do you think? Did I find what you want? But also just give you ideas so that you could do this yourself.
Absolutely. I really liked that pink dress. And I'm so upset about the shoes. Actually, Annette, I'm really upset about the shoes.
Sorry.
You only sent me ones that weren't in my price range, weren't my size. However, they were good aspirational pieces and good to add to the watch list, like you said. I think I may put an offer on the Christiana bag.
Yes.
Or do you think I should do the dress?
Both.
Both? Question mark?
Both.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking also.
I mean, the upside is you work with me, so
That's
if you
true.
don't find something, you can either borrow it in my closet or I will find it for you another day.
Right. This is true.
Okay, that is just a quick deep dive into the way that my brain works when I'm shopping on eBay. It's really fun. Highly recommend not letting it get overwhelming for you. If you want to learn about how I utilize keywords and just be a better online thrifter and learn about the brands and how to shop online, but also in person, sign up for Splendor Collective. It is my thrifting and vintage community. It's $10 a month, and every single week I send you items to shop online. You could live anywhere in the world. I shop the web for you so that you learn about different brands, and every week there is a different theme or a concept or what I'm inspired by, or just like incredible deals under $20 that I find that you could shop. For this week's email, I'm actually going to be shopping your requests. So I'm getting a couple from the comments below. So comment below if you have a request. I'm getting some from Instagram, some from Substack. So let me know what you want me to shop for you, and I will put it in this week's shopping list email for subscribers. I'm going to include information on how to sign up below. You can do it either on my website or on Substack. And that's it for today. I will see you next Friday. Bye.